Hello friends, I'm back to show you my next manicure that I'm doing for spooky season, Halloween time. My name is Heather. I'm an independent ColorStreet stylist, but I'm more of an addict than a stylist. I use all different kinds of nail strips, not just ColorStreet, and I'm excited to do this mani. This has the sets that I'm going to be using are a retired set. It is called Boo Crew. I've been waiting to use this set, so I'm super excited to use it. And then I'm going to be using an overlay. It's called No Holding Black. And just for time's sake, I did start already. And on my ring and pointer finger, I have Coming in Hot. I used a couple little Coming in Hot twosies for that. I kind of went back and forth, couldn't decide if I wanted to do orange or purple for the colored strips with this manicure. And I decided on the orange because orange is not typically a color that I like to wear. I wear purple a lot. So I decided to go out of my comfort zone a little bit and do the orange strips. But I still had to keep my sparkles. You know, I love my sparkles. So I'm going to go ahead and get started. I did already prep my nails. So I prepped by doing an alcohol wipe on all my nails and on my the pads of my fingers to remove any oils. Then I do a coat of OPI Nail Envy. It's a nail strengthener. And then I do a coat of Orly Bonder. Whether I'm doing my nails for a couple of days or I plan to wear them for a week, I always put that on as my base. And I've been trying to do all my nails with 2 layers recently, it helps the length of the wear on the nail, and also just strengthening the nail even more. I'm trying to get my nails to grow a little bit longer. You can see they're pretty short. In general, I usually like my nails short, but I've been trying to grow them out recently. So I'm doing all of my manicures mostly with 2 layers of strips just to give them the extra strength that they need. So I did my accent nails with the Coming in Hot on my ring and pointer finger, and now I'm going to open up and get out my strips that I'm going to use out of Boo Crew here. So I kind of went back and forth about which ones I wanted to use and where out of this set. So I settled on, I already knew my thumbs were going to be the face, the pumpkin face, or I guess that could be like a, what's the green guy? No, I can't remember, but a spooky face, whatever. I'm going to use that on my thumbs. I knew that already. I need to use 2 strips for my thumbs, even though they're super short. The thumb strips just don't go far enough to go over 2 nails, but I'm going to use the smaller of the 2 thumb strips because I'm going to put an overlay on them. I want them to be a little bit shy of the inside of my finger so that the overlay is going to be a little farther out. And then I'm going to use the stripe for my middle finger. And that I can use just 1 strip for both middle fingers. And then my pinky, I'm going to use the one with all the faces on it. Okay. And then I'm going to put these away. I don't like to leave my strips out for too long. I like to just open them, pick out what I'm going to use, and get them sealed up so that they stay fresh. Of course, there's no guarantees. ColorStreet is technically a single-use product, but I have had luck with sealing them, that they stay fresh and I can use them. Some of my sets I've used 2 or 3 times, so I seal them in the original packaging. I have an impulse sealer that I use that gives them pretty much like a factory seal to it. So I pile them all up. They do stay better if they're piled rather than stretched out. So I put them in there like that, and then I seal them with my impulse sealer as close to the strip as I can get. And I'll show you in a second the kind of seal that it gives me. So you can see right there that it gets almost like a factory seal back on it. So that's what I use to seal my strips back up. So I'm going to go ahead and do these first, and then I'll take out the strips that I'm going to use out of the overlay. And the overlay is going to go on every finger, I think. I may end up using clear as day on one, but we'll see. So first I'm going to start with my little faces. They're so cute. I've been so excited to do this one because I've wanted to use this set for a while. So what did everybody think of the Halloween sets this season? Did you like them? Did you not like them? What were your favorites? I really like the web one that they did. That it's like a silver web design. I thought that one was pretty, and that you could actually use it probably even not just at Halloween, but for other things too. And this set, I don't know how to translate the dates on the package, but this is a much older set, and it is going on like it's brand new. It's beautiful and sticky and pliable, just like a brand new set from this season. So they do last for a long time if they're in the packaging. I always have trouble with the second finger because I like to use the backing to help me. I guess I could put the other half of the strip on the backing again, but I just never do. So, and I always start on my pinky fingers normally. I know I have my pointer and my ring finger done because I started it beforehand, but you want to usually start with your pinkies and work your way down because your thumbs are your tools. They're your best tools. I also like to use my little pusher to smooth everything out. And then I just use my cuticle nippers to get off any excess around the edge. I hate having to do this part. This is a pain. And it's extra hard to do while I'm trying to keep my hands in the camera frame. Y'all are going to have to bear with me initially because I'm not used to doing this yet. Those of you that know me know I just recently changed jobs and I'm working from home now, and I absolutely love it. It's given me so much more time with the boys and just to do things in general because I'm not commuting 2 hours every single day. So it's going to give me time to work on things like this. I want to start getting my manicure videos posted on a regular basis, not just every once in a great while. So hopefully I will figure out my camera angles and being able to do my nails under the camera so that you can see it a little bit better as I do more. So bear with me. I'll get there eventually. All right. So I'm just taking off the excess on my tips and around the edge of the nail with my nippers here. How about the Thanksgiving release? What did you think of that one? I loved all of the sets pretty much. Even the turkey, which is kind of meh, it's boring. It's been done. It's still kind of cute, and it's only the one of the four, or is it two? No, I think it's only one of the four strips in the set has a turkey on it. The rest, it just is more like, it's supposed to be feathers, but it kind of looks like leaves too. So if you don't like the turkey, you don't necessarily have to use it. I loved the teal one, the Eat Teal You Drop. Oh, I got 2 sets of that one because I really, really liked it. And then the dark one, I can't remember the name of it, but the darker one was really cute too. The dark, like, maroony, brownish colored one. Super cute. Again, could be used anytime, just like the teal one as well. You know, it's not necessarily a holiday set. You could use it whenever. And then also the one that was the plaid with the maple leaf. Super cute. Just a good fall set, I think, overall. Not necessarily just for the holiday time. But I thought those were really cute. And then I ordered my let's try this with the paper, see if that makes it easier. I ordered the Halloween kit today. Did anybody else order the Halloween kit, the DIY kit that had, I think it had 4 sets and then a couple that were partials, like 4 strips in the set. But I'm super excited that they have an overlay with something different. With the, it's actually very funny. My inspiration, my muse most of the time for my nail designs, Miss Stacy. She had a live and we were talking about what we'd like to see from ColorStreet, right? And one of the things that was talked about during the live was something maybe with spooky trees, haunted houses, owls, something like that. And what did they do? The overlay has spooky trees and houses and all sorts of fun stuff on it. I was like, I think they were listening. As long as they come up with good stuff, they can listen if they want to. So I'm excited to see that in person, to see the different stuff. And do a mixed mani with it, because I really like to do mixed manis. So all of my sets I am using, like when I do a manicure, I use probably 2 or 3 strips per the package, and I hate opening a whole pack just to use a couple strips out of it. So it'd be interesting to have the option to use the partial sets that they have in there and things to make your mixed mani without having to open a full set. So, oh my gosh, I love that stripe. What do you guys think of that stripe? Is that not like, I love that. I will use that for other non-Halloween related things as well. That is a super cute. Okay. I'm putting the backing for my strips over to the side here for a purpose. I'll show you in a few minutes what I'm going to do with those. So I'm saving those backings. All right, now we're going to do the thumbs with our cutesy little faces here. So with the thumb strips, my thumbs are just slightly bigger than the small strip and slightly smaller than the big strip, of course, because I'm Heather. I don't do anything per what it's supposed to be, right? So I stretch my thumb strips a little bit when I use the smaller thumb strip. I like to do mine like this, where I kind of place them very carefully in the middle of the nail. Some people like to do the strip, they start it on one side and bring it over to the other. I have tried it so many times, and I always end up with crinkles at the top, with lines at the top when I try and do it that way. I've tried so much to get it down because sometimes when I place them in the middle, I miss, I don't get it just right. And I end up with one side being really bare compared to the other. So I've tried so many times to get that technique down so that I can have a better coverage on my nail, but I can't. I do it and I always end up with wrinkles at the top that I have to try and smooth out, and I have to cut to make them look right. It doesn't work for me. But oh my God, look at that thumb. How stinking cute is that? I love it. I love it. Okay, sorry, done obsessing for a second. This set is definitely going to be one of my favorites. I can see that already. I got a stripe stuck to the thumb there somehow. Let's get that little edge while we're at it. Sorry, I keep going off camera. There we go. And I like to use my pointy tweezers to clear my debris out of my nippers. All right, let's get this other thumb on. We're at 17 minutes already. This video is going to take a long time to upload. I can see it, but oh well, it is what it is. I think this one is going to be super good, so I'm glad I'm recording it. All right. I don't know if you saw how I did that, but I just kind of wiggle the strip a little bit, pull on either side, and that stretches it out a little bit. You can't stretch it too much because it is nail polish. It will rip if you pull too hard or stretch too much, but you can stretch it a little bit. Sometimes with a design, it can distort the design a little bit if you stretch it, but most of the time it's okay. So, saved thumb strip already, I think. But I want to save it with the side. There we go. All right. So, I'm going to pull off the excess and then trim it. And get rid of all that excess strip at the top here. I hate the cleaning up part. That drives me nuts. I don't think anybody likes doing this part, but there we go. All right, and then I think I got a little bit on the edge here. Maybe not. Let's see. Once I push it down with my smusher here. Yeah, no, we're good. Okay. All right, so now what I'm going to do with this overlay, it's fun. This was specifically something I wanted to show you guys because I've done it with other manicures, and I wanted you to see how I did it. because there's a couple different ways you can do what I'm going to do with this. All right, so first off, I'm going to take out my thumb strip. I'm going to use the bigger thumb strip because, like I said, I want it to actually go a little farther out over the edge of that strip because I put the smaller one on, knowing that I was going to have on another layer and not wanting it to be too thick at the edge. With the overlays, sometimes I can get two thumbs out of those. So I'm going to leave just one thumb out for that for now. And then my middle finger strip, my ring finger, my pointer finger, and then the pinky. I have been using them so long, I know exactly which ones are going to fit which fingers. If you're new to using ColorStreet, it may take you a little bit to kind of figure it out, but now I can pretty much do that. Even with the in Coco and Sally Henson strips, they're kind of the same way. So if you've ever used in Coco, those come in the same type of fashion as ColorStreet, where it's I think I have a set down here. There we go. So it comes just, you know, the same set of strips, basically. 2 sets of the same finger sizes in the Coco sets. And then Sally Henson ones come in these little foil packets. So they're laid, you know, one on top of the other, but they're the same finger sizes as ColorStreet. They just come in these foil packets instead, and then each packet contains 1 strip. So like the ColorStreet packets have 2 sets of strips in them. You get 2 sets of those. Each foil packet has half a set basically in it. So, and I really like the in Coco and the Sally Henson strips, even though the Sally Henson strips are older. You can't really find those. You can't find those new anymore. They work, like I said, with the ColorStreet ones, where even if they've been in there for, you know, years, most of the time I find that they are fine. Every once in a while I get a set that maybe it wasn't stored properly and it's dried out, but most of the time they work just great. Sometimes even better than a new set. Okay, so sealed those up. See, I got my little seal on there. So what my plan was with these is on the middle finger, I'm going to do the sparkles normal, so that where they're at the top. The ring pointer finger, I'm going to do with the sparkles on the bottom. Okay, so I'm going to have to flip my strips around. And then my thumb, I'm going to do the sparkles on the top too, because I want to keep my little pumpkin face there showing. Or it's not a pumpkin. Whatever. I want to keep the little face showing. And then for my pinky finger, it doesn't really matter which way I do them. So I think I'm going to do that one with the sparkles on the top as well. Just for time's sake, it's faster. So I'm going to do the ones with the strips normal really quickly. And then I'm going to show you how to flip that around and do your sparkle at the bottom instead of at the top. So normally with these strips, right, you take it, you're going to put it on just like any other strip. Put the bottom down like that, and then smooth it up, and you've got kind of a gradient of sparkle. I kind of wish I just did clear as day on this one now. No, it's okay. I like it. We'll see when it sets up, I may like it even better, but it is a little heavy on the sparkle. It's blocking the faces a little bit, but I think it'll be all right. So I'm going to do that same thing to the other pinky finger. And if you wanted more sparkle, you could use your strip sideways, and that will give you sparkle across the whole nail. You can cut the bottom part off. So this part here that doesn't really have as much sparkle, you can cut some of it off so that you get more of the sparkly part on your finger. So you can do it a lot of different ways. All right, now we're going to do the middle finger here. Again, I'm going to do this one just the way it normally is. So I'm going to apply it from the bottom up. Press it down. I like to use my squisher, especially with the overlays, just because I don't know why, but they tend to get wrinkles on me more than the other strips do. So I find I have to use my pusher more on these to get them just right. Okay, and then I'm going to take the other half and put it on the other side here. That's cute. I don't want to flip you off, so I'm going to hold all 3 fingers up, but isn't that cute with the sparkles and the stripe? I don't know if it's coming across well on camera, but in person it looks uber cute. And I can't wait for it to set up, because once it sets up, like the next morning, I do my strips before bed. I like to do them before I go to sleep, and I leave them overnight. Sometimes I put my top coat on at night. Sometimes I wait and do it in the morning, file my edges and just do any extra cleanup that I need, and then put my top coat on. Some people say it's better if you wait until morning to put the top coat on, so then you won't have shrinkage from the top coat drying. But either way, I found it works out okay. That the top coat that I use, this Ceviche, I don't even know, Cevive, I'm not sure how to pronounce it. But I really like this one. It's a gel-like top coat, so it gives it super shine. And then also when I have manis on that like have maybe little bumps or something in them, so like if I've used cutouts or things like that, that will even it out and make it a flat surface instead of bumpy. So I like that top coat, but I've also found that it gives me less issues with the strip shrinking. So I don't necessarily have to worry about whether or not I put it on the night before or whatnot. All right, now we're going to do the thumb. Let's see how this looks over the face. I'm hoping it's not going to take away from the design too much. So let's see, I'm gonna stretch it a little bit the long way. So I don't need any extra width, but the thumbs are hard. The thumbs for some reason don't cover as much area. So I'm gonna put that down at the cuticle line, maybe a little bit higher, because I want it to not really cover that face with the sparkles. It's kind of covering it more than I wanted. But again, we'll see what it looks like in the morning. We'll see when I go to do a nail fee after it's set up. You'll see how it kind of changes after it's set a little bit. So if you do your nails at night like I do, and you're like, oh, I hate this, why did I do this? Wait until the morning. Leave it, let it sit. I have done that before in a set that I was like, oh, this is the worst. Actually ended up looking pretty good. After it's set up, it looked different. So there's the little face with the sparkles on it. All right, and then we're gonna do the other thumb, and then I'm gonna show you how to do the sparkles inverted. All right, so let's make sure it's stretched out a little bit. A lot of people say don't touch your overlays because you get fingerprints on them, which you do. You can see it. I don't know if you can see it on the video or not, but it does get my fingerprints on it, but I've never had them actually like show once I put it on my nail. So even though there's print there, it doesn't make a difference once it's down on your nail. All right, good. We made it with just one strip. That's good. All right, so I'm gonna smush that down. I don't know, it's kind of cute. I do like it, I think. I really love this stripe with the spark. I mean, like, that's just gorgeous. I love that. Okay, sorry. So, how we're gonna do our nails that I'm gonna do the inverted, or, you know, the gradient of the sparkle coming from the bottom to the top instead of top down, is I take my plastic off the strip. Then I take my strip and I fold it in half. Okay, fold it in half with the rounded part, not all the way up here where you have your tab. You want to evenly fold it in half, okay? And then I cut it in half. And then you can apply this 2 ways. So first way is to just take it off the backing, right? Sometimes it's hard on the side that doesn't have the tab. There we go. So I'm just using my super sharp pointy tweezers there to get that off. And we're going to take this and put the cut edge down at the bottom of our nail. And then smooth it over your nail like normal. Okay. Use your pusher. Get it down good in the corners. And sometimes that will actually even cut your strip. If you have like really fresh new strips, sometimes just the plastic pusher itself can cut the strip, but sometimes it doesn't. So, and then you're going to take off those little corner edges that we have there. And your excess at the tip, if there is any. So there is, got a little rogue sparkle over here. Come on, you little booger. Let's see. Maybe I can get it actually with my tweezers and manage to not stab myself and start bleeding on camera. That would be great. Yes, I am that anal that I have one little sparkle here that's kind of off the edge and it's going to drive me nuts, so I need it off. There we go. All right, so there is your kind of backwards or inverted sparkly nail. The other way that I do this is what I saved the backing strip for. Okay, so this is the one from my ring finger. So I can use this as a guide on my strip here, right? So I can take it, put it on the back of my strip. And this is a little more time consuming, but for those of you that absolutely cannot stand having to clean up edges, this works well. So I put that there. Where is my pen? Got it out. There it is. Okay. I like this pen for doing it because it's a little ballpoint pen that just goes on really nicely. So I'm just going to trace on the backing around the bottom of my other strip, and then I will take my scissors and I'm going to just cut out those extra corners there. And then I can take my strip here and place it on my nail. And I'm not going to have that big corner piece kind of coming off in the way. Oh man, I put it down a little off. I didn't want it there. Oh well, it's on now. It's fine. We're fine. Everything's fine. It's fine. All right. So I'm going to push that one down with my squisher here. So, but this way, you see now I don't have any extra mess to clean up around the cuticle. I just have to cut off any excess that I have at the tip of my strip here. So that is how you would do that kind of inverted sparkle that you've probably seen on a ton of, different nail thieves, wondered how they did it. That's how they do it. I mean, someone else may have a different method, but I think that's the easiest way to do it. Oh, see, this is why I started doing the tracing, because I've got another rogue piece of glitter on this side that's gonna make me crazy. Come on out, you little guy. There we go. I think I got him. Haha, I have won. It will not beat me. All right, so I'm gonna do the pointer finger. The pointer, oh, I didn't save a pointer. Did I not save? I did, no. That was my middle finger one. No. Did I not save a pointer? Oh. Oh, I know why. Because it's my pinky. The other side of the pinky one is what I used for my pointer finger. So I'm gonna cut that part here out. There we go. It actually perforated for me. Get that little bit right there. And then I'm going to take my plastic off my strip. Oh, this is pretty long. Sorry. We are at 38 minutes. 38. Oh my goodness. All right, I'm almost done though. So I'm going to fold it in half. Cut it. Use my other strip as a guide, as a stencil sort of for it. So we're going to put that down right there, all the way to the edge. Draw my lines on there. And then I'm going to do the same thing on the other half. Make sure I've got it even. Okay. And section off those corners. All right, then we're going to take and cut it. And my scissor skills are not the best. I don't cut them perfectly, but it doesn't really matter, especially with an overlay, because it's clear. You're not really going to see if there's like an edge that's not perfect or something. You really won't notice it. So this part I don't worry about having like super perfect, as long as you got it pretty close to what the shape of your nail is going to be. And then you put that little guy down, smooth them out with your little pusher. Get out any wrinkles. I like that. It's super cute. Oh my goodness. All right, and we're going to cut the other one. Okay. These came out a little bit small, but they just fit, so it's okay. Pull that off. Keep the tab there so I have something to hold on to. I like having something to hold on. So I either use the back of the strip or the tab on the strip when I'm laying them down. There we go. This orange and black is like a super good combo. I really like it. It's a good Halloween combo, I think. You should definitely try it, even if you just do the orange glitter with the black overlay. It will look super cute and Halloweeny without being like in your face Halloween. I prefer in your face. So I like to have my little goblins and ghouls or bats or whatever on there. So there it is. There's my adorable Boo Crew coming in hot, Manny. I will post some nail fees in the VIP group tomorrow. So if you're not part of my VIP group, I have it linked in the description box below. Go ahead and join up so you can see my nail fees the next day, and just get more info about ColorStreet or anything else you might be interested in ColorStreet related. So I am all done, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.